What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Big Tymer's How You Love That. And this is the volume 2 of their release. Alright. Now, if you don't know who Big Tymer's is, you know what I'm saying? I'll be really surprised if you don't. But in case you don't, there was a group from New Orleans, Louisiana, and the one on the left is Mannie Fresh, and the one on the right is Baby, aka Birdman. Now, this is the volume 2 of the How You Love That version, so there are some songs on here that's not on volume 1. Alright, and this is the real deal. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, before I get on with this review. Well, first, let me just give the features and all the credits. Mannie Fresh was the only producer for this album, and he's one of my favorite producers from down south. For those that don't know, he's definitely one of my personal favorite producers. And the features were BG, Juvenile, the Hot Boys, and Bun B. Alright, and there was other people featured on there, but I don't feel like all the list. But anyway, let's go with the songs now. And again, before I get on with this review, I'm gonna let it be known I'm not a big fan of flossing, meaning rapping about jewelry and all that stuff. I'm not a big fan of it, but I know there's other people that does like this type of content. So with that being said, let's go on with the songs now. The first one is just an intro, Big Tymer's intro. They just talk with a nice little beat on there. The next one is called Playboy Don't Hate Me. This features Lil Wayne and Bun B. And this is actually a pretty good song.
Coming with it, and you start Wayne from a distance in the expedition. I'm on chrome, 20 inches, you know who I be. Oh yes, you know me, full feet.
Lil Wayne comes through with a nice verse. He does well. Bun B comes through with a nice tight verse, man, like a great verse actually.
Lights, action, camera, we here to hammer you. Go ask Pamela or your baby mama, Lil Tamara. Feel like a samurai, Zorro rich niggas.
And he rips up on this track. The beat is pretty good. Birdman comes through with a funny verse. He's not really the best rapper. I'm gonna just put it out there. And then of course Mannie Fresh come through with a solid verse. Definitely a nice way to start off the album. Big Ballin'. This was one of the songs that's not on volume 1. And this track is blazing, yo. This is definitely one of my favorite songs off of this album.
Baby, cause he got a Mercedes, and you know about his babies and all his ladies. I know what they like, them brand new bikes.
Matter of fact, for those that don't know, this song was on the Big Ballin' movie that they came out with. This is the very song at the beginning.
Whoa, keep my big ballin' is my hobby.
10 years ago, a friend of mine.
Speaking of that, that's what they're rapping about, flossing and all that stuff with jewelry. But they all come through with some nice verses. They did an awesome job on this track here. And then the next one is called Tear It Up. This features BG and Lil Wayne. And this is a really nice beat.
No hesitation in my just finger to blast. Any false move or leave a nigga on their bag. All day, I'm young but strictly about my.
It really has no sounds in the background, just the beat and a couple of hits, kicks and snares, that stuff. BG and Lil Wayne, they come through with some nice verses. Mannie Fresh come through with a pretty good verse as well.
Project picker, scatter site wrecker, coming out your bows holes, y'all way to sucker. How the fuck you gonna kill this?
And Birdman is not on this song, which kind of makes it a little bit better, to be honest. And the beat is really nice. The next one, I'm gonna go down to How You Love That. This features Juvenile.
I done it, the Bubble IGS 300. Anything else around here, Playboy, I run it. Bought the black, you call him, you start.
Lil Wayne does the hook on the song, and the beat is pretty nice. It has the nice little snare. Y'all may recognize it from Riding, from the Hot Boys song off Guerrilla Warfare. This beat is really nice though. Mannie Fresh come through with a cool verse. Juvenile does really tight with his verse.
Baby, what you mean that juvenile ain't about mating? You best to get your mind right and go ahead with that hating. What, you must think these diamonds ain't real?
And Birdman, he comes through with a funny verse. I'll just put it like that.
$1 million worth of cars all on chrome. Can you compete with this? That's beautiful. These 6 ties with that Range Rover, it ran costing 15 G's with.
But overall, it's a really good song for the title of the album. And then the next one is called Cutlass, Monte Carlos and Regals. This features Lil Wayne and Juvenile. I thought I was going to dislike this song, to be honest, but actually it's not bad.
Grandmother told me take care of the ride and always do your best to keep it clean inside. So I just had to go.
I actually kind of dig it, you know what I mean? And it's a nice laid back track. Lil Wayne and Juvenile comes through with some good verses.
Lil baby Corleone in a compressor, 20-inch calendars on the Lexus. Mama got sound and
Everybody else did really good on here. This is probably another one of my personal favorites off of the album.
Cutlass, Monte Carlos and Regals, man.
the suburban expeditions with the TV's playing.
Cutlass, Monte Carlos and Regals.
Money and Power. This was another song that was not on the volume 1.
Jack drop top, speak through the gold headlights. Man, I'm on an all-night flight. Worth about $1 million.
Then number 9, Millionaire Dream. This features Lil Wayne and Cadillac. And this song is pretty solid.
I got 10 around my neck, 20 on my wrist. $1 million nut, $1 million kiss. Pull up in my Lexus.
Lil Wayne and Cadillac come through with some good verses. And again, the Big Tymer's clique is rapping about flossing, even Lil Wayne.
Back up for the most spectacular, cake stackula, performance like Acura, got these hoes stand like Dracula. Woo, how you let it?
But this song is actually pretty good. The next one I'm gonna go down to Ballin'. This is a good beat. Like, it's a really good beat on here.
Since I live in these motherfucking projects, police don't want to see us up in Cadillacs. I bought a white one on gold.
And it has the auto tunes, you know, saying ballin' and stuff like that. This song features Bun B. I know it doesn't say it on there, but Bun B is featured on here. Manny Fresh and Birdman comes through with some good solid verses. And Bun B comes through with a really tight ass verse, what he's known for. And he really rips up on this song.
Drinks is on us, so no fights, no fuss. Jump in the Benz in the Hummer, hoes on the tour bus. Get naked and show us how they can fuck, suck, and ass blow us.
This is probably a really good track that I'm sure y'all can bump, you know. Then I'm gonna go down to Drop It Like It's Hot. This features Juvenile and Cadillac. This is also one of the songs that's not on the volume 1. And this song is actually pretty good, man.
Time I catch my cut from Saratoga and he rather trying to twist me with the shit with Bryce, Gangsta, and Blabber. Running off of my shit, trying to take what was mine, but I'm the.
They come through with some pretty good verses. Birdman, though, man, I'm gonna just say he raps with a funny verse. He actually comical on this verse of his. Not making fun of him. I'm laughing with him.
Dug out when I met the president. Reeboking Jabos when he came to my residence. Vest up cause I ain't trust.
Then the next one is called A Top of the Line Nig. This features Lil Wayne.
I'm way at the top of the $1 million spot. When I flex what I got, make niggas sick like a drought. Every show I get, you can give me a call to the key.
And this is a really tight song. He comes through with a really good verse. And I really thought this song was better than what I expected, to be honest.
Trying to find a way to drop 100 keys on these niggas. And I peeping this shit, they be shining like me, niggas. Riding on 20s, they be playing.
Then I'm gonna go down to Top of the World. This song really sounds good. It almost reminds me of Big Ballin' a little bit.
Music gotta shine, drinking wine, busting out rubbers like it's 1999, diamonds like street lights.
The beat goes nice. They come through correct with their verses. Even Birdman comes through with a pretty good verse.
Call dealer, I'm gon' floss till the law steal me. I'm gon' ball like a dog, nigga, feel me. Lamborghini's bulletproof, nigga, you.
And honestly, Birdman could be a really good artist if he really want to. But I feel like he don't care, you know. He just raps like how he want to rap, you know. Then the next one is called Sugar and Pop, Puffin' Big, or 6 Fig. This features BG. BG comes through with some good verses, man.
A big timer, that's a fact. Sugar Slim just signed a $1 million contract. Lil Chopper Capone thuggin' quick to bust your head, wash your toner in that.
Birdman comes through with some solid verses, and the beat is really nice. And they're talking about balling out of control and things like that.
Like Jay and Face, like Russ and Run. Baby and BG coming through like assault rifle machine guns. Worth more money than.
You know, at this point, I'm kind of getting tired of hearing about flossing and all that stuff. I mean, no offense, but again, like I said, this is not like my favorite content of music to hear about. But the next one is How Should I Ride? This features BG and Cadillac.
I'm an uptown hunter, a big dope runner, and Tennessee still a number. I rise Rolls Royce Canisius, took my man.
This is a really nice track. They playing a little guitar on along with the beat. And BG and Cadillac comes through with some pretty good verses.
I'm the BG in your car, shit ringing. I'm playing with cheddar cheese, hot boys ain't faking. When I hang with B and Slim, got
Big Tymer's come through with some solid verses. And again, they're rapping about flossing jewelry. And again, like I said, people, I'm sure people will feel it.
Party their wrist well, nigga feel with big guests. Crush crown on my neck with the matching bracelet. Cock to the side.
Then the last one is called Stuntin' Remix. And also to mention, the How Should I Ride and Stuntin' Remix, those are also two songs that are not on the volume 1. But the last one, Stuntin' Remix, this features Lil Wayne and Paparu, I believe that's his name.
See, I'ma talk about my Humvee at the end of my rhyme. I just bought that new Range Rover with them 6 new tires. Now every broad I know, you know
This track is really good, has a nice beat in it. Lil Wayne comes through with a pretty good verse.
when I ride, $5,000 high, sipping crystal. I got 20 on my finger, look, it's all great.
Paparu, he raps in a reggae style that, if y'all know who he is, he's a reggae artist.
I bought a Hummer that's sitting on 32s. Well, I'm stunning and giving these bros the blues. Fresh got a bourbon that's sitting on.
Manny Fresh and Birdman comes through with some pretty solid verses. It's a nice little way to end off the album. I gave the review of all the songs that I did for this album, and now it's time to give my summary. And I had to listen to this album a few, maybe 3 times at best to get an understanding of this album. To rate this out of a 10, I would give this a solid 8.25. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Big Tymer's, pretty much the name of the group speaks for itself. They rap a lot about flossing. I mean, hell, look at the album cover. They got champagne, jewelry, all that stuff. And notice that they got the BG cover. Let me zoom in a little bit. That it's the Chopper City in the ghetto. Like, I guess they already had it prepared. Like I said, as a result, like I told y'all, I mean, this album is actually pretty good for Big Tymer's. And you gotta understand, for those that know who Big Tymer's is, they're not made to be lyricists or hip hop artists. To me, there's some like game spitters. They're like spitting game throughout this album and living a good life, big boy goals, you know, things like that. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? But I always say to people that if you're gonna rap about those things, rap about the downfalls of it, or rap about the fact, even though you might have all this money, it ain't always all to the good. So that's my only complaint. Nothing wrong with rapping about the content that they rap about. If y'all just want to hear something, okay, I'll put it like this. If y'all having a little barbecue or something like that with your family, this actually would be a good album to play. You know, it's a lot of songs that you can play like that at a cookout and just enjoy yourself. So with that being said, if you're a New Orleans fan, you know, the bounce style of music, I think you would like this this album. If not, I would say stay away from it. But I decided to give it a shot, and like I said, the album is not bad at all. It's actually pretty good, at least for that time frame. This album came out in 1998, so it may have things that are relevant to that time. You know, because they did rap about VCRs and having a PlayStation. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Shout out to Big Tymers though for coming out with a pretty good album. Shout out to the producer Manny Fresh himself, and shout out to all the features. All right, much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right, peace out, guys.